I wanted to ask you about what took place at the Capitol this week. You served in the Senate for 36 years, and importantly, you were there in 1983 when there was an explosion in a Senate corridor. You were there in 1998 when two Capitol police officers were shot. You were there during the anthrax attacks in 2001. What kind of an investigation needs to take place, and what steps need to take place to improve the security of the Capitol? And then secondly, how do you think the people who were involved in the storming of the Capitol, how should they be treated by your Justice Department? Should they be treated as domestic terrorists?
Yes, they should be treated as they're a bunch of thugs, insurrectionists, white supremacists, anti-Semites. 6N is not enough. I mean, come on, you know, these shirts they're wearing, these are a bunch of thugs, and they're terrorists, domestic terrorists. And that'll be a judgment for the Justice Department to make as to what the charges should be. But the fact is, they should be prosecuted. They should be prosecuted. The difference here is, this had the active encouragement of a sitting president of the United States. And the way in which the breakdown in security occurred needs to be thoroughly investigated. I'm not going to prejudge what it was, but the idea that these people were able to just march up the stairs, march in, and do it in the way we had, there's a great debate. I don't know the answer, great debate now. Was the governor of Maryland correct when he said that I was ready to send in the National Guard, I couldn't get authorization? What happened? It deserves a full-blown investigation. People be held accountable, and steps taken that something like this could never happen again. And the difference this time is, every nation has dealt, every democracy has dealt with individual terrorist attacks by groups that are very targeted. The largest target was 9/11 and the buildings. Well, right down to blowing up, you know, a bomb going off in the Capitol when I was there, 2 policemen. But the idea that thousands of people could be marching up the steps of the United States Capitol, breaking windows, breaking doors, forcing their way in, stepping aside. And the photographs of, well, I don't know what the circumstances, the photograph of it looked like you had some of the Capitol Police taking selfies with these people. That has to be thoroughly investigated. The authorities responsible have to be held accountable for the failures that occurred, and we have to make sure that this can never, ever happen again. The damage done to our reputation around the world by a president of the United States encouraging a mob. This reminded me more of states I've visited over the 100 countries I've gone to, in third tin horn dictatorships. It just cannot be sustained, has to be immediately investigated in depth, and people have to be held accountable.